If you just hold it and point it at me.
Okay, just
and
here.
Hopefully I won't. Well, if you sit where you...
Okay.
Any of my mistakes will be recorded. For deck. So the next story is called The Time Traveller's Future Perfect Potential New Boyfriend by Declan Hill. I had to kill her. In my mind, the time was right. We'd been together for 10 days and then it was over. It was fun at first. We met in a pub. She was a friend of someone I work with. I would insult her and she didn't get upset. I liked that. I didn't know why she didn't get upset. It's not like I wasn't trying. Maybe I was testing her. We fooled around in a Monica Lewinsky way, but the train never actually entered the station. She bought the ticket, but never used it. I got to the waiting room, but if I'd got on the train, I would have had to stay there for life. That's why I left. So I went about my way. She wasn't in the past, she was the past. I met a girl who didn't want anything from me. We're still together. He was my future. Oh God, and my past and my present. Everything I'd done in the knowledge that he'd arrive. My spirit guides told me he was right. And he felt it too, I know he did. That we were predestined. And when he arrived, I could see us married, getting old in each other's arms. He wanted me. I know he did. He made the first move, made me feel wanted and special. He was passionate and caring. He didn't rush things, apart from when he left. There she was, a future that never happened and was never going to happen, a parallel journey unexplored. Out there in the multiverse, was it one of the infinite number of possible futures or a completely impossible one? I prefer to believe it was the latter, just an idea that never happened in whatever plane of reality I was on, and it couldn't because I wouldn't let it, ever. But I could close my eyes and summon her when I was alone and needed to sleep. I'd get toilet rolls, and I bring her into the present, recalling her eagerness and excitement, the way she'd gratefully respond. She rolled her eyes when I rubbed her. It was good for my ego, she told me. No, it was good for hers. I couldn't understand it. I hated him. Why didn't he want me? Uncaring, unfair, pig bastard. What did I do? And he met my mother. She thought it was her fault. Pig bastard. He never cared for me. How could he just disappear? I always held on to his scent, his memory, and I asked my angels to manifest him back into my life. The law of attraction had brought him in, hadn't it? It would bring him back, I was sure about it. Even when I married someone else and lost his babies, I knew it was only temporary. I never think of what might have been. I think of what could never have been. It's safer. 12 years have passed and we've packed a lot in, both of us. I had kids, she didn't. She got divorced, I didn't. She attempted suicide, I couldn't. She had health issues, I felt a lot better. In my present, she hasn't aged, still lively and delightful, welcoming, gracious and desperate. She could writhe, not weighed down by the responsibility of offspring or the erosion of libido by care and pressure. My own private porn channel, safety valve, safe sex, valve, valueless, valve, hot and steaming, boiling point goes, fizz, fizz, bang, bang. Always here with me. For 12 years I've held him. I know he's just waiting to appear, or to summon me to him. My cells have shared and been replaced at least once in that time, but he's always present. He's in my DNA now. Like I knew he always would be. In my darkest times, the thing that kept me going was the knowledge that one day he'd return. I think of what will be, the day when he comes back. I hold it in my heart. That day in the future is now. I never stopped loving him, and so he never really left me. I speak to him from time to time, just catching up on life. Maybe we meet up for a coffee. It's difficult because it's not the reality I want, not the one that's supposed to be. But I haven't spoken to him or seen him in a couple of years. He could be anywhere. I think of what if. What if I could slip away, meet up in a hotel for 3 hours and never see her again? Scratch the itch that keeps on itching, get it all out. Be thoroughly disappointed about what is and what was and finally lose what might never have been. What if I could go back and tell her to be someone else? Someone who didn't care, who had the desire but not the desperation. I think of what if. What if I'd been ready for him? What if I'd waited like he did? What if he turned up now? Would I forgive him? Would I want him? The time to remove the itch had arrived. The past was now an irrelevance. In those 10 days, the problem of reality and fantasy solution were created instantly. Such a pity she'd said, "I love you," way too early. Declan Hill. And Stephanie's coming back with the next story now.
Seamless.